You said you had some message to deliver to our fans.
This lead singer for the band I'm in, and our really good friend, but I'm not gonna say names. But she did after witnessing the Tino Segal episode of So That's It, Is It?
Hmm.
She made a suggestion, and she found the best guy in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, John Oates.
An Italian artist managed to sell an invincible sculpture for more than $18,000. This is a sculpture called El Sogno.
He said an invincible sculpture.
Right.
I think what we have here is an invisible sculpture.
But you don't know. It could be invincible.
It's a work of sheer beauty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Created
it's
by
self-explanatory.
Salvatore Garau. This is his earlier sculpture called Buddha in Contemplation. And this is his latest called Aphrodite Christ, shown in front of the New York Stock Exchange.
Oh, I
There's
like that
nothing
one.
wrong with the video, but you just can't see these arts because all of them are invincible. What's amazing is that an anonymous buyer bought La Sogno for $18,000. Garau explained that his sculpture is more like a vacuum. The vacuum is nothing more than a space full of energy, and even if you empty it and there's nothing left, according to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, that nothing has a weight.
Heisenberg picture.
Well, hold on.
Go back.
Hold on. Okay. Oh, Walter White.
Walt Heisenberg. They totally use Walter White. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Heisenberg does look like Walter White.
It is totally Walter White because his name was Heisenberg in Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Look at that.
really? That's hilarious.
It's totally Bryan Cranston, man.
That's
So cool.
hilarious. So, yeah.
right.
Yeah, you might think you just spent $18,000 on nothing. But according to this sophisticated algebraic equation, according to this highly sophisticated algebraic equation, you've come out on top.
I know. Has anybody tried to replicate his sculptures?
Well, they should if you can sell them. I mean, if you could sell them for 18,000 each, then they should
God,
definitely
he looks pissed off. That guy looks like he just scares people into like giving him money.
like
Like
intimidate.
it's some kind of
You
like
will
like
find
the, like his whole, which is genius. Like his whole art is based off extortion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll
You'd be
give me
surprised.
$18,000, I'm gonna kick your ass. You know what I'm saying?
You'd be surprised how the art world works.
Okay.
Garau explained that his sculpture is more like a vacuum.
Oh,
The vacuum is nothing more than a space full of
But a
energy.
vacuum's not full of energy.
right. It's full of dust.
It's Yeah, I've opened them before. It's
I
just
know,
full
it's-
of dust motes and all kinds of like.
I know.
Make
Like,
it
like
irritating.
what kind of vacuum? Like a shop vac or like a Hoover? I mean, I don't know. This is weird.
This piece of art went up for sale in May at the Italian auction house Artright. In addition to the intangible sculpture, the anonymous buyer brought home a certificate of authentication that is both signed and
That's
stamped
it.
by Garau.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Just-
right now I know what I want to do when I grow up. It's perfect.
Okay, it's all, dude. It's all in the letter of authenticity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like having an NFT. You know?
Okay.
And now
Let
I
me
know
ask you
what I want to
this.
do when I grow up because I have all kinds of ideas for invisible art.
But I mean, okay. Let me ask you this: what is your invisible art worth?
Some people have a sculpture for which they have a pedestal, and this guy, he drew a circle on the ground, and he's just conceptualized a piece of art in that
But
circle.
but the guy made $18,000 for that.
Right.
I mean, how much money do you
Instead of
think?
drawing a circle on the ground, you could just say Grand Canyon. This contains my art,
Oh, you know what would be really
and then
cool,
sell it for $10 billion.
dude. You know what would be really cool is like, I'm am making a sculpture that fills the Grand Canyon. So you will like basically I am making the Grand Canyon flat. How much do you think that would be worth?
Well, I'm sure some like highway developer would probably pay you a lot.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
then
yeah,
they wouldn't have to build a bridge.
yeah, totally. But here's what I'm thinking, right? Like, why does art have to be for the rich? You know what I'm talking about? I mean, who buys art? I mean, who has $18,000 to spend on a
A
sculpture?
masterpiece?
Well, yeah. I mean, dude, who has $5,000 to spend on
I don't
a
know.
sculpture?
I mean, look at that. That's a great piece of sculpture right there.
That's amazing.
I mean,
Who is this? You?
no, that's Salvatore Garo. That's
Oh, I
another of
thought.
his pieces.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't you not see it right in in the middle of in the middle of the
Oh, yeah,
room?
no, no. I mean, I'm sorry. I thought I thought it was you. Because I mean,
No, I've been working on this other piece though.
okay. Oh no, that's the same
Well,
one.
you might think it's derivative of
It
Salvatore
looks.
Garo's piece, but no, I just set it up. It just has the same pedestal.
Oh,
It's a different piece. Look
dude,
close.
you got to change the pedestal though, because I mean,
Why?
look, it's really derivative
Pedestal.
of.
The pedestal's derivative, but the art. I mean, think of the art. It's not derivative. The pedestal is a dime a dozen. Who cares about the pedestal?
Right, but why didn't you paint the wall black, or like like a
You're not looking
mauve
at the
or
art. You're looking at the context. I want you to look at the art. The art is totally original.
yeah. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, is that worth $18,000?
Well, I'm setting it more for $78,000.
78. Okay,
That's
well,
what I'm
check
asking.
this out though. And I don't have like look, I can't send it to you because I don't have the pedestal. Because what I'm proposing for me is you can make $18,000 and make one person very happy, but I want to do the equivalent of the invisible pet rock.
Oh,
You
okay,
charge $1, right? Like
okay,
$1 is not a lot of money for people to spend,
right.
but
But you
if you
don't even
spend
get a
it,
pet rock. You get an
you
invisible friend
you
for a
get an
dollar.
invisible friend, right? But how many people would give $1 for an invisible friend?
But does it come with an certificate of
Yeah,
authenticity?
well, basically what it would be a what do you call it? The one of these codes, like right here,
What is it? A UPC code?
a UPC code.
Comes with a UPC code? But what
Yeah,
about like a
but
stamped?
I would
Like,
send a digital UPC code to them, right?
yeah,
That they can carry on their phone or they can carry on their
like
iPad, right?
we have a friend you can carry on your phone. Her name is
Right,
Delphi.
right. Well, before we bring her in, let me
Well,
finish my
I
idea.
don't necessarily need to bring her in, but we
Okay,
can.
cool.
Okay,
But check it out. So for a buck,
yeah, screw her.
yeah, for a buck, you could have this UPC code that gives you your invisible pet rock, so to speak, and it could be
Right.
any
Okay.
kind of thing.
But what I'm
It
saying
could
is,
and it
why
could
do
be any
you
kind of rock.
even
But
need
hold on, listen. I'm excited about this.
Okay.
Like you think $18,000? How many people? There's 387 million people in the United States.
Okay.
Everybody could own one of these. I could make $387 million
Okay. And
for
you'd
one
have a
dollar.
lot of
For
happy people.
That's what I'm saying.
They won't be so
And people
lonely.
would never be alone.
But
So
would their
who's
friends be rocks?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Well,
they'd
they
have
don't
a
have to be
pet
rocks. They
rock
can be
and a pet
anything.
friend in one.
Yeah,
That's
and it can be any kind of rock that you want. You know what I'm saying?
could they be
Like, hold on. So check it out.
non-rocks?
Check this out. No,
Wait,
like I'm gonna.
do they have to be rock friends? Could they be
We
like
go. I mean,
plant
they could
friends?
be anything, really. You could be a plant friend. Like I'll do rocks and plants, but like little
Yeah.
sculptures.
See,
You
and
know what
if
I'm
you have a
saying?
friend that's more like a real friend that's more of a plant friend, you can give them a plant UPC code, and
Right, right,
you
right.
could have a invisible
Remember
plant
those
friend.
those things like a few years back, like those little key fobs that you would take care of that, and you had something, but you always had to take care of it. And this, all you have to do is think about taking care of like this little pet rock, and you're good. You know what I'm saying? For a
Right?
dollar,
Yeah.
that's not a whole lot. That's
Right.
not a whole lot of money.
Right.
I
You could
I
just
mean,
think that could actually be. You know how you have these like stress relievers, fidgets. Like my kids are all
right.
about the fidgets. But
Right.
imagine a fidget that you don't actually even have to carry on the plane. You can just fidget with your plant friend. Water it, talk to
Right.
it,
Yeah, that's what I'm
massage
saying.
its leaves on the plane all the
And
time, night or day,
but it would be a
always with
plant
you.
sculpture.
Huh?
It would be a plant sculpture that you took care of.
Okay, so it's a friend plant sculpture.
Friend plant sculpture.
Okay, and then
You know.
for rock people, they could have friend rock sculptures.
And I could totally I know how I have some people I can mass produce this like very easily.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I totally I mean like so I mean while you're
Who
looking
who,
at
who are these people? Are they imaginary people?
no, they're real people.
Hey, they're real people.
You know. But what I'm saying is
Do
like
they have
this
experience in mass production of fake? I'm sorry, of imaginary.
invi- no invisible.
I'm sorry. Are do these people have experience in creating invisible plant friends?
Yeah, absolutely. They I mean I like all I have to do
Is this
is
an
look at them.
original idea? How could they possibly have experience in developing invisible plant friends when you're just
They,
creating this idea? Or is this a derivative idea?
no, but the thing is like they've worked on content. They've made like a content for
Mm-hmm.
apps. It's not much. It's not any different. All you're doing is generating a UPC code,
See,
right?
yeah.
And
The
then
problem with this idea and that I'm finding is that it's easy to it's we need to get it copyrighted somehow without kind of giving the game away because it's easy. Like for instance,
look,
Salvatore
man.
Garreau has already been sued by another guy who said that he stole his idea for the invisible art by a guy by the name of Tom Miller from
Right,
Florida.
right.
I'm sorry, am I interrupting your train of thought?
No. But
Okay.
what I was going to say is
Go ahead.
I don't care about that
Oh,
because once I reach $357 million, they can take the
they
idea.
can eat it.
That's what I'm saying. I've got $357 million.
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
get
could
it.
probably live pretty comfortably for the rest of my
Well,
life on
what
350.
about when someone comes up to you and says that your idea for an invisible plant friend was actually their idea, and they had a
I've got
person, then
$357 million.
they're
I'll
going to
hire a
sue you for
lawyer.
that money. They'll take it from you.
No, they won't because I know
Well, check
lawyers.
this out. So this guy, it's a guy named Tom Miller, and he developed a sculpture called Nothing, and now he's suing Salvatore Garreau for stealing his idea.
Oh.
See, that's his Nothing installation.
You know how we know that this guy is fake? Look at his shoes.
He has shoes.
Hmm.
He has friends.
Artists don't wear shoes like that.
Okay, they're working hard to install this piece of art.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Look at that. They're doing teamwork.
oh, cool.
So anyway, Tom Miller, yeah, he's suing Salvatore Garreau. It's really sad.
Really.
Yeah. So anyway,
Oh, that's amazing. That's a new one, right?
yeah, that's another one I've been working on. It's again, some people call it derivative, but it's
No,
totally.
I can see
mean,
I can see where you're finding your own
okay,
voice on that.
yeah, kind of discovering my own thought process.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like that better. I mean, the
Yeah.
lighting's more subtle.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's subtler, and I think it actually is more interactive.
Yeah, totally. I can see where like children would like that.
And
I mean,
also trying to play with the theme of repetition. I don't know if you see that. Like
yeah.
it's an
Oh yeah,
homage.
totally.
It's a reenactment
Hmm.
of my inner space.
You know, it's fun. You know,
In
it's fun. Yeah, I was gonna say this totally reminds me of a
conceptual
Tino
space.
Segal. This reminds me of a Tino Segal piece. You know, it put in a different context.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole repetition. You know,
Hmm.
I think you're onto something, man. Seriously.
Yeah, cool.
Don't forget to sub.